She rejected you. Maybe she laughed it off. Maybe she was polite. Or maybe she looked at you like you didn't even exist. Whatever the case, she walked away. And now you're left with that sting. Questioning yourself, wondering what went wrong. But here's the truth. She didn't reject you. She rejected her perception of you. And that perception? It can be changed. Most men take rejection as the final verdict, like a courtroom ruling they can't appeal. They either walk away defeated or lash out, proving exactly why she made the decision in the first place. But the real game, the one few men know how to play, is about shifting the power. It's about making her question everything after rejecting you. Because here's what women won't tell you. Rejection is rarely set in stone. It feels absolute, but it's based on a snapshot, a single moment in time where she decided you weren't worth her energy. Maybe you came off too desperate. Maybe she didn't feel the spark. Maybe she had a bad day. But what happens when, weeks later, she starts second-guessing? What happens when she sees you thriving, sees you commanding attention, sees you become the man she thought she'd never need? Regret creeps in, curiosity follows, and before she knows it, she's wondering, did I make a mistake? This isn't about manipulation. It's about self-mastery. It's about understanding how women think, how attraction really works, and how to position yourself as the man she can't ignore. Most men try to convince women to like them. That's weak. The real power move? Making her convince herself that rejecting you was a mistake. In this video, I'm going to break it down into 10 powerful strategies that will flip the script, without begging, chasing, or acting out of desperation. These are principles based on psychology, social dynamics, and raw experience. If you apply them, you won't just make her question her decision, you'll make her wish she had chosen differently. Let's get started. 1. Disappear completely. Silence is power. The biggest mistake most men make after being rejected is sticking around, trying to prove their worth. They keep texting, they stay in her social circle, they accidentally run into her. Wrong move. When a woman rejects you, she expects one of two things. You chase harder, which only makes you look desperate. You disappear, which forces her to rethink everything. Most guys take rejection personally, but real power comes from understanding this. Her rejection wasn't about you. It was about how she perceived you in that moment. And the best way to shift that perception? Completely vanish. No calls, no texts, no reactions, no posts that seem like you're trying to prove something. Just silence. Why? Because silence breeds curiosity. The moment you stop seeking her attention, she'll start wondering, did I misjudge him? Why isn't he chasing like every other guy? Wait, did he already move on? Now, her mind is doing the work for you. That's the secret. Women don't miss men who beg for their attention. They miss men who make them feel like they've lost something valuable. Let's say you asked a woman out, and she rejected you. Instead of sulking, you go completely off the radar. You stop engaging with her, no messages, no unnecessary interactions. You even stop liking her posts online. Meanwhile, you start focusing on yourself, hitting the gym, improving your social life, becoming a better version of yourself. You don't rub it in her face. You just let the silence speak for itself. A few weeks pass. Suddenly, she's the one checking your stories. Maybe she even reaches out with something casual like, "Hey, how have you been?" That's the moment you know she's questioning everything. She expected you to react. You didn't. She expected you to chase. You didn't. Now she's the one feeling uncertain. This is how you shift the power dynamic, not by forcing her to like you, but by creating a space where she starts to feel the absence of your presence. Now she's the one wondering if she made a mistake. 2. Upgrade everything. Become unrecognizable. The version of you she rejected? That guy is dead. The moment she said no, you had two choices. Stay the same and prove her right. Upgrade yourself until she doesn't even recognize you anymore. Most men think getting over rejection is about finding another woman. Wrong. The best response to rejection is becoming a man so valuable that she regrets ever doubting you. Women don't reject men randomly. They reject based on perceived value. Maybe you lacked confidence. Maybe your lifestyle didn't excite her. Maybe you just weren't standing out. Whatever it was, the solution is simple. Change the game. The trick is not to improve for her, but to improve so much that she doesn't even feel worthy of you anymore. Imagine she sees you again 6 months after rejecting you, but this time you're in the best shape of your life. No more sloppy posture or average energy. Dressed like a man who commands attention, your style is sharp, effortless, and confident. Surrounded by people who admire you, whether it's your career, social life, or hobbies, your presence feels important. Moving like a man who has options. You're no longer the guy waiting for her approval. Now she's confused. This isn't the same guy she rejected. This is someone different. Someone interesting. Someone she'd actually consider. And the best part? You don't even need her anymore. She'll notice the change, whether you post about it or not. People talk. Social circles shift. And when she hears about your glow-up, one thought will hit her hard. Did I reject the wrong guy? That's when the tables turn. Because now, she's the one wondering if she's good enough for you. 3. Make other women notice you. Create social proof. Women don't just look at you. They look at how other women react to you. If no one seems interested, she assumes there's a reason. But the moment she sees other women paying attention, everything changes. Rejection isn't always about you being unattractive. Sometimes she just didn't feel enough social validation to see you as a high-value man. Think about it. How often have you seen a woman ignore a guy only to suddenly show interest when other women start chasing him? That's not a coincidence. It's social proof in action. Women are wired to be attracted to men who are desired by other women. Not because they need competition, but because they subconsciously think, if other women want him, there must be something special about him. But here's the mistake most guys make. They focus too much on one woman. They act like she's the only option, the only one who matters. And guess what? She can feel that energy, feel that. And the moment she senses you're fixated on her, game over. Instead, the move is to expand your options. Not by forcing it, not by pretending, but by naturally building a lifestyle where women notice you, admire you, and want to be around you. You don't have to be a celebrity. You just need to be a man who commands attention. The kind of guy who has a fun, engaging social life. Women notice men who are effortlessly at the center of great experiences. Knows how to hold a conversation with anyone. Confidence isn't about impressing one woman. It's about being comfortable in any situation. Has standards. When women see that you don't chase, that you have choices, they start to wonder why. And here's the wild part. You don't even have to make a move. Once she sees other women noticing you, her perspective shifts. She starts to wonder if she misjudged you, if she was too quick to reject. If, maybe, just maybe, she wants a second chance. But by then, you might not even care. 4. Turn rejection into a win. Control the narrative. Most men react to rejection like children, whining, sulking, or getting angry. That's weak. It shows zero control, zero confidence, and zero understanding of how attraction actually works. Wake up. A woman rejecting you isn't the end. It's an opportunity. An opportunity to reshape the story, to control the narrative, and to turn what looks like a loss into a long-term win. The problem is, most guys let rejection define them. They take it personally. They start thinking, I'm not good enough. She's out of my league. I'll never get a woman like her. And because of that mindset, they actually become the loser she thought they were. Here's the reality. Rejection is a moment, not a label. And if you handle it correctly, you can shift her entire perception of you. Instead of acting bitter or insecure, stay unbothered. Let her see that her rejection didn't shake you. Even better, let her see you thriving. If you act like rejection crushed you, she'll feel like she made the right decision. But if you move forward like it meant nothing, she'll start questioning everything. Here's what real men do. They don't beg for attention. You think texting her again will change her mind? No. It just confirms she made the right choice rejecting you. They don't waste time overanalyzing. She said no? Fine. Move on, build, grow. Make her regret it later, not by force, but by progress. They flip the script. A woman should never feel like she rejected you. Instead, she should feel like she lost access to you. The moment you show that her rejection didn't affect you, that you're still confident, that your life is still moving forward without her, that's when the doubts creep in. She expected you to crumble. Instead, you became untouchable. And now, she's the one wondering what she missed out on. 5. Become mysterious, never be too available. Most men are too predictable, too available, too easy to figure out. And that's exactly why they get rejected. And worse, forgotten. Wake up. Women don't get excited by men they can fully understand in a day. They are drawn to mystery, unpredictability, and the feeling that there's more to discover. But what do most guys do after being rejected? They overshare, spilling their life story, thinking it'll make her like them. They try too hard, constantly checking in, always responding immediately, making it obvious they're waiting for her. They become predictable. The same conversations, the same energy, no intrigue. Boring. A woman shouldn't feel like she has full access to you just because you're interested. That kills all attraction. If she already knows your schedule, your thoughts, your routine, there's nothing left to chase. The key? Hold back. Stay unpredictable. Make her wonder. Don't be online 24/7. If she always knows where to find you, she'll never look for you. Be vague, not distant. Answer with confidence, but leave gaps for curiosity. Example. Instead of "I'm free all weekend," say "I've got a few things lined up, but what's up?" Now she's wondering what you're up to. Keep evolving. A mysterious man isn't just silent. He's constantly changing, improving, and moving forward. The more she has to think about you, the more you stay on her mind. And the longer you stay on her mind, the more she starts questioning her rejection. Because now you're no longer the guy she thought she had figured out. You're something else. And that's what makes you unforgettable. 6. Master emotional detachment. Stop caring so much. Most men care too much. They get rejected and immediately start overthinking. What did I do wrong? Maybe if I just explain myself. She's the one. I have to make this work. Pathetic. You don't win by convincing a woman to like you. You win by not caring whether she does or not. Women are drawn to men who have control over their emotions. Not guys who fall apart the moment things don't go their way. Rejection only affects you because you let it. But what if you stopped attaching your worth to her approval? What if, instead of feeling like you lost something, you saw rejection for what it really is? Just another moment in life that means nothing in the long run? Here's the truth. A man who is emotionally detached is dangerous. Not in a reckless way, but in a way that makes women uneasy, intrigued. Because unlike other guys, you don't react. You don't chase. You don't beg. You move forward, effortlessly, unshaken, and that's rare. Women test men all the time, sometimes without even realizing it. Rejection is one of those tests. She wants to see. Will he crumble? Will he lose control? Will he start acting out of desperation? The weak ones fail, but the ones who stay unmoved, unbothered, unfazed, those are the ones that get under her skin. Because when a man is truly detached, he carries an energy that says, "I don't need you. I don't need anyone. I am enough." And that's the moment she starts questioning. Why isn't he affected? Why does he feel different from other guys? Did I misjudge him? The minute you stop caring, whether she notices you or not, is the exact minute she starts noticing you. 7. Let her see you winning. Success is the ultimate payback. You want to make her question everything. Stop talking. Start winning. Nothing makes a woman second-guess her rejection more than seeing a man she once dismissed turn into someone she now admires. But here's the mistake most guys make. They try to prove something to her. They post flashy things. They force success. They make it obvious that they're seeking her validation. That's weak. The real power move? Winning without making it about her. Women respect men who are focused, driven, and moving forward with or without them. The moment she sees you thriving, without needing her approval, she starts questioning everything. She rejected you when you were just getting started. Now you're unstoppable. She thought you were ordinary. Now other people are paying attention to you. She assumed she wouldn't miss you. Now your absence is undeniable. And the crazy part? You don't even have to reach out. She'll hear about it. She'll see it. And it will hit her. Women don't regret rejecting a man who stayed the same. They regret rejecting a man who became everything they secretly wanted after they walked away. So stop wasting time thinking about her. Shift all that energy into leveling up. Your money, your body, your mindset, your network. Build it all. Because when she finally sees you again, when she realizes the man she rejected is now in a league she can't even reach, that's when the regret kicks in. 8. Indirect contact. Be everywhere without reaching out. One of the biggest mistakes men make after rejection is disappearing completely in the wrong way. Yes, going silent is powerful, but only if she still feels your presence without you being directly in her life. The key is indirect contact. You don't text, you don't call, but you're still in her world. How? You let life do the work for you. Mutual friends mention you casually. Suddenly she hears your name in conversation, and she realizes you're still relevant. You pop up in places she didn't expect. Not in a creepy way, just naturally, through shared circles or events. Your social media shows progress, but never looks forced. A simple picture of you doing something interesting, having fun, or leveling up is enough. No captions aimed at her. No emotional posts. Just a subtle reminder that you're thriving. Here's what happens. At first, she thinks she's moved on. But the moment she sees a glimpse of your life, your growth, your energy, your presence, it triggers something in her mind. Wait. I thought I was over this. Why do I suddenly care? That's how you make her question her rejection. Not by chasing, not by begging, but by letting the world remind her that you exist and that you're becoming someone she might regret losing. Subtle psychological triggers make her think about you. Women don't just remember men, they feel them. And the key to making her question her rejection isn't forcing your way into her mind. It's triggering emotions she can't ignore. Here's what most men get wrong. They try to make women think logically about them. They believe if they just say the right words, explain themselves, or prove their worth, she'll suddenly realize she made a mistake. That never works. Women don't second-guess rejection because of logic. They second-guess it because of emotion. Because something deep inside them starts feeling off. So how do you trigger that? By planting subtle emotional cues that she can't shake. Scarcity effect. The less available you are, the more valuable you become. The moment she sees that you're not waiting around, her brain starts making you feel rare. Nostalgia trigger. If you ever had moments of connection, let them be her memories, not yours. If she remembers something special and realizes you're no longer chasing her, she'll feel the loss. Unpredictability bias. When you're too predictable, women lose interest. But when they can't fully figure you out, when your actions don't match the reactions she expected, you stay in her head. The goal isn't to manipulate, it's to make her feel something different. Because once emotions get involved, once she starts feeling curious, uncertain, maybe even jealous, that's when the regret creeps in. And by then, you've already won. 10. Give her a taste and walk away. Reverse the power dynamic. You've done everything right. You disappeared, you leveled up, you let her see you winning. Now, she's starting to question her decision. She's feeling that pull, the curiosity, the doubt, the regret. And then, When she finally reaches out, you don't give her everything. Most men fail at this step because they get too excited. The moment she shows a little interest, they rush back in, eager to prove themselves. Big mistake. She rejected you once because she felt she had full control. Now you flip the script. You stay calm, detached. No excitement, no desperation. Just smooth, effortless confidence. You engage, but don't overinvest. If she texts, you respond, eventually. If she shows interest, you acknowledge it, but you never act like she's the prize. You let her feel the weight of losing you. Just enough connection for her to remember what she walked away from, but not enough for her to feel like she has you back. The power move? Give her a little attention, then pull back. Let her experience what it's like to almost have you again, and then make her feel your absence all over again. Because now, she's chasing. And once she starts chasing, the whole game has changed. She thought she could walk away and forget about you, but instead, you became the man she never expected you to be, the one she now wants but might not be able to have. And that's when the regret fully sinks in. She didn't just reject a man. She rejected an opportunity, a possibility, a future. But by now, you're the one in control. And maybe, just maybe, you don't even want her anymore. Rejection isn't the end. It's the beginning of a transformation. A transformation where you stop chasing, stop proving, and start becoming. And here's the hard truth. Most women never regret rejecting weak men, but they always regret rejecting a man who became unstoppable. You don't get revenge by arguing, explaining, or trying to make her see your worth. You get it by becoming the man she can't ignore. The man she thinks about at night when she's alone. The man she scrolls past online, wondering if she made a mistake. But by then, it's too late. Because the real power move, by the time she regrets rejecting you, you've already moved on. So, let's talk. Drop a comment below. Have you ever made a woman regret rejecting you? Or are you still in the process? Let me know, and I'll respond to as many as I can. This is a space where we build each other up. So let's get real. If you apply everything in this video, you won't just make her question her decision. You'll make her wish she never made it in the first place.